Approximately 1 in 6 American families lives in single-family rental housing. What's the big attraction? Today we'll find out firsthand. The smart and automated home. Just what can be achieved? We'll visit one home and see a state-of-the-art system. Incredible home theater sound is now available from one of the biggest names in the business. We'll discover the innovative new technology that makes your home theater experience sound awesome. This is the show all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. We are Designing Spaces. Single-family rental properties are becoming a viable alternative to home ownership and offer a number of advantages. Designing Spaces got together with one of the leaders in the field to find out about the changing rental home landscape and see firsthand what it's all about.
I travel a lot for work, and we're really not in a position to take on owning a home or a mortgage.
So we're thinking about renting, but we want to live in a house, not an apartment. What should we expect in renting a home?
With more Americans turning to rental properties as their residence of choice, professionally managed national rental home companies are able to offer conveniences that make renting a smart and rewarding option. Renting a home has become a hassle-free, low-commitment experience that offers all the perks of owning and more.
There are more people in the United States who are opting to rent. Actually, 1 in 6 American households right now are single-family rental households. The top 3 reasons people are renting: number 1, they've gone through a financial meltdown. It probably was a result of a short sale, foreclosure, or personal bankruptcy. Number 2, they can't qualify for a mortgage. They never went through a financial meltdown, but they can't qualify, and they can't come up with a requisite prepayment. The average 34-year-old in the United States actually has saved about $3,600. And under most circumstances, that's not enough even for a 3% down payment under FHA. And the third would be actually the millennials. There's an increasing number of young Americans who are just choosing to rent. They could qualify for a mortgage. They could buy a house, but they prefer actually to have someone else take care of the house. They like the mobility it affords them. They can come and go as they please. The growing number, we think, will push rentership in the United States to probably 35 to 45%. And that's a significant number.
Designing Spaces teamed up Tyler and Jennifer with Ann Fitzpatrick from American Residential Properties in Scottsdale, Arizona, where they could not only have their questions answered, but actually be shown firsthand how renting a home is a smart choice.
So Ann, what's the process we should expect to rent a home?
Sure, Jennifer. We try to make it as easy as possible for our prospective residents. So we have AmericanResidentialProperties.com that our residents can go to and take a look at all of our homes that are available. Then we also have our office here. They can come in and we can go through the whole process. We have an application, then of course we've got our lease, and then after the lease we can get you moved into your new home.
What type of financial commitment would we need to make?
So we ask for an application fee and then a minimal security deposit that will secure your home for you.
Nice. I think we're ready to move forward. Can we actually look at a home today?
Sure. In fact, we have a tablet here. We've got all of our homes on our application.
We take a great deal of pride in looking for homes that will appeal to families. And that includes 3 and 4 bedroom homes. They have to be newer. They have to be in great neighborhoods. They have to be family friendly. They have to be in good school systems. We want them close to transportation routes. We want to know there's business. It has to be vibrant. You want to have places that families want to grow up and old in. And that's what we look for. And I think we deliver. The residents are our number 1 concern. We call them residents for a reason. They are the reason for our existence. It is a resident-centric operating philosophy. Number 1, we need to take care of them 24/7. We have someone on the phone at all times to talk to them. What is their need? Is it maintenance? Is it accounting? Is it leasing? Number 2, long-term. We're as committed to their longevity as they are. We want their kids to grow up in that house. We want them to go to that school. We want them to be able to commute back and forth to their jobs. We want them to foster a sense of neighborhood, belonging. And number 3, when it is time to move, if they need to be transferred, let's say, to another state or another part of where we are, we will accommodate them, and we have. We've moved people intrastate and interstate. So, bottom line, we care that they're happy, their kids are doing well, and they want to stay a long time.
I think we're ready to move forward. But what if my work requires that we have to move to another state?
Well, Tyler, we are very flexible here at American Residential Properties. We have homes in 13 states across the country, so I'm confident we'd be able to find you a place close to your job.
What do you think?
I really like the house. I think I'd like living there.
Me too. We're ready.
All right, let's get you moved in.
We're delighted that the family home will work for Jennifer and Tyler. In fact, it's perfect because it will give them the flexibility they need. And we have a lot of people who need it, where their jobs demand that they have to move. We've accommodated the military, we've accommodated people who've moved within their jobs, both in and out of state. It's a great win-win. So we're excited they're going to be with us, and we're hoping to accommodate a lot of other families similar to Jennifer and Tyler. AmericanResidentialProperties.com is our website, and we will find you your dream home.
Anne was right. Renting this beautiful home from American Residential Properties was the right decision for both of us.
And the best part is, we got everything we wanted out of a home.
To see this portion of the show again, visit designingspaces.tv, where you'll also find a link to the American Residential Properties website. We hope today we've presented some ideas that will help create that desired lifestyle for everyone in your household. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.